When I came to Olivet 25 and a half years ago, there was a Mrs. Jarnigan in this church. Do you remember Mrs. Jarnigan? She was the grandmother of Lee Jones. You remember Lee Jones? He grew up in this church. Lee Jones was the pastor of Trinity Baptist Church in Enid, Oklahoma, prior to my going there. In fact, he recommended me to the Trinity Baptist Church in Enid. This morning, I have a couple from Enid, Oklahoma, Gene and Cherry Cummings. Would you stand, Gene and Cherry? Are there any others from Enid Trinity Baptist Church? I didn't see any others. Would you just remain standing a minute? There's not anybody from Ryan here. Is there anybody from Ryan? That's down close to the Red River. I don't like to go too close to the Red River. And then when I went to Ada, we had some people over there, Pete and Irene Phillips. Would you stand, Pete and Irene? And also Joyce and Tom Irwin were members of my church down there. I married that couple. I married this couple back in 38 years ago. First marriage I ever did, and look what it's done. It's just, oh, it's stuck together. And then there was a mean old football boy that was going with one of our cute little girls there in Ada, and oh, Mrs. Corsi and I worried about Joyce marrying that old boy. He was mean. He played football, but see how it's turned out? He's just as docile as a lamb. There's Colonel Phillips back there, and they were members of a church at Enid. And then he followed me to First Southern Baptist Church, Del City. So I have a member of the First Southern Baptist Church, Del City. Is there any other First Baptist Church, Del City members here? I thought that there was one or two others, but I can't see them right now. So then I came on over here to Olivet. Gene, thank you, and Gene and Cherry for coming. And that was the Cummings family that made up the most part of the church. His daddy was a tither, and that only thing that kept that church alive was Charlie Cummings working for the Frisco Railroad and tithing. And this guy here bothered me all the time. He'd come to my door, knock on my door. Brother Ralph, I'm going to take a test today in English. I need you to pray for me. And then he'd come back and say, I'm going to go. I don't know what service to go in. Would you pray for me what service to go in? And then he prayed for Cherry. He said, I don't know whether to marry her or not. Would you pray with me that Gene, bless your heart. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Pete and Irene. Thank you, Tom and Joyce. I want to thank Benny and Albert Chapel for putting a rose on me every Sunday morning, and look what I'm standing behind that they have provided. Wonderful, wonderful roses in beautiful colors, and here I am, a thorn standing behind these beautiful roses. Thank you, Benny and Albert, for so faithfully taking care of beautifying our services this way.